From Idaho's News Channel 7, this is Friday Night Football.
Welcome everyone inside of Friday Night Football. Jordan Smith on the road as Boise State takes on Air Force this weekend. So you got me. I'm Austin Parr. We had a plethora of high school action on the gridiron for you, so let's get right into it. First game of the night, the Boise Brave and the Eagle Mustangs. Homecoming with some sweet cars that I never had. Hey, but we did have a football game to play. The Brave looking tough early. Logan McDonald takes the carry deep into Mustang territory. However, that Mustangs defense is elite. They would take over, but the Brave, they get a field goal, 3-0 on top. Mustangs would respond. Noah Burnham, we've told you that name before. Look at him go. Jukes out a couple of the Mustangs or Brave defenders. Mustangs in business. Watch this catch by Cooper Murphy. Takes the contact, doesn't matter. What a catch. That's going to be on top plays perhaps later on. Student section loving it. How about this next Brave drive? Braden Peterson comes up with a big sack for the Mustangs. You've got to throw it to the big fellas. I was a tight end. Look at him breaking the tackles, landing bold. Big-time Mustang gang. Gain Austin Ramsey. Hey, he would find his guy Luke Makita on a screen pass, and he would do the rest. Eagles go on to win this one over Boise, 49-7. An impressive win on homecoming. Let's head over to Rocky Mountain. Homecoming as well. The Grizzlies, king and queen, were crowned at halftime. The Capital Eagles, though, they're looking to spoil the Grizzlies' homecoming. 27-14 Rocky at halftime. And when you've got a player like Quincy Clay, it's easy to upset a homecoming night. He showed off last week on top plays, and watch this. Triple coverage, doesn't matter. What a throw from Brayton Dudley. Somehow finds Clay in the back of the end zone. Next possession, though, Eagles need a first down. Looks like a catch, right? Refs rule it incomplete on fourth down. Rocky Mountain, they would take over from there. That was the biggest momentum play of the second half. Parker Kleinkopf would take it over. Big gain down the sidelines, then he would punch it into the end zone. Rocky Mountain hangs on to win a tight one on homecoming night. What a game between those two. Capital looking strong. Let's go over to Timberline High School because those Wolves are undefeated to start the season. What an impressive start for them. They would beat the Warriors tonight 33-7. They would score early. Jack Brandt not only showing off his arm, but showing off his legs. He could throw the rock and he can run it. Student sections were going absolutely crazy in this one. 33-7 your final. Hey, Timberline still undefeated. Let's go out to some 4A action between Fruitland and Nampa Christian. The undefeated Fruitland Grizzlies kicked off the game with a tough run on the initial kickoff return. Check this out. Great run down the sideline, layers the boom. The hit stick down the sideline there. The Trojans set off on a run here as well, driving into the end zone. Watch this. All the way to the house. Tough to see it there, but they would end up scoring. Hey, but the Grizzlies would be quick to answer back. Fruitland's Brant Fisher had a more than 90-yard run on the next possession to answer with a touchdown of their own. The game started to get away from the Trojans. Fruitland quarterback Tidus Vidlak keeps the ball on the option after this long touchdown here. He would keep the ball on the option, take it himself untouched all the way to the end zone. Fruitland dominates this one 50-23. Let's get out to some 5A action. Homecoming night at Ridgeview as well. Check out the burgers. We love burgers here at KTVB. What a shot there. Wasn't the only thing cooking up in this matchup. Defense was. How about this? First quarter, Trace Farrell pressures the quarterback out of the pocket. He tried to throw it. It's intercepted. Next drive, Ridgeview tries to hammer it into the end zone with a flea flicker action, but guess what? It's also intercepted. This time by the Wildcats' Easton Lott, who runs it down the sideline, steps out of bounds. Later in the second quarter, Warhawk quarterback Hunter Schmidl passes it on the run. Impressive stuff right there down the sideline. Watch this pass into the end zone for this man. You're going to hear his name, Isaac Jones, because after he scores that touchdown, he gets the pick six. Unbelievable for Cameron Johnson. He scores the touchdown. Cameron Johnson then gets the pick six on the very next play. Will we see that in top plays? You have to, right? What an impressive game this one really was. Ridgeview would hold on to win on homecoming night, 23-21. What a matchup. But hey, we had a lot of games around the Treasure Valley. Let's take a look at the 6A scoreboard. Hawaii getting the W on Thursday night against Bora, 26-16. We told you about the Rocky Mountain Capital game. Eagle as well. Meridian falls to Timberline. Cuna falls to Mountain View. And then Middleton getting a shutout against Centennial. Poor Jordan Smith's alma mater. Tough one there. How about the 5A scoreboard? Jerome falling to Homedale. A lot of great big-time scores here. A lot of blowouts. Skyview 53-46 over Emmett. That's a great football game there. Twin Falls 49-0 gets the shutout. Preston 19-13, close game there. 6-point ball game over Burley. So many great football games. I wish we had a million photographers to get to all these, but unfortunately we don't. How about some 4A as well? We gave you that Fruitland Nampa Christian game. Pyatt and Marsing. Marsing gets the dub there, 26-21, only a 5-point victory. Weiser, 52-14 over Pendleton. Big win for them. American Falls gets the win on the road, 16-7, tight one over Buell. A lot of great football action across the Gem State. And hey, stick around because we've got, well, we're actually going to stay right here. We're going to talk about the plays of the night. You saw a few of them earlier, so why don't we start with number 3. Check this out. New graphic. We just made it today. Number 3, Cooper Murphy. We told you about it. The touchdown in traffic. Got to show it to you again. Slow it down. Watch the contact after he hits the end zone. Boom. Doesn't matter. Big time touchdown for Cooper Murphy. Eagles, they would go on to win big. How about play number 2? We talked about him. Quincy Clay, back-to-back weeks on top plays, because when you get a catch in triple coverage, it's got to make top plays, right? He was about 6 or 7 inches off the ground. We'll slow this one for you too. And what a pass from Capital Eagles quarterback. Triple coverage doesn't matter. But of course, you know, the play of the night, I mean, we kind of teased to it earlier. It's the man with a touchdown catch and a pick 6 on the very next play. Watch him get up. Speaking of hops, great catch right there. And then, hey, how about the interception? Takes it all the way to the house. We got to slow this one down for you too, because the catch was so great. Check out the throw from the lefty. What a catch there. Play of the night, Cameron Johnson. Remember that name. Touchdown catch, pick 6. Unbelievable back-to-back plays, something that I definitely never did in high school. I only played one side of the football. All these guys play 2 sides of the football. Unbelievable stuff. What a night of Friday night football we got for you. Thanks so much for joining us on the Friday night football stream. We'll have more action for you. Coming up next week, it'll be me and Jordan in studio with a plethora of high school football action. Have a good night.
Continue with us and watch free now on the KTVB Plus app everywhere you stream.